lunch?
Hi. Oh, got some great tuna sandwich and a little bit of chowder left.
Oh, great. Well, that sounds good. What are your plans for this afternoon?
Well, actually, I thought I'd go fishing, maybe catch a dolly or two.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried about that giant crab they've been talking about. You know?
I wouldn't worry about that. If you're really concerned about it, why don't you take one of the VHFs, and then we can...
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I could do that. I'd really like to go out.
Well, I think I'm going to catch a little bit of the new news then.
Okay, babe.
We have been working overtime here at the Fish and Game Area Manager Mike Ward for an update on the recently closed king crab season.
I'm here at the Fish and Game office, and with me is Mike Ward, area biologist for the state. So tell me, Mike, what did happen out there? Do you believe Dr. Campbell's theory about this giant crab that supposedly attacked our town?
Well, I find that theory hard to believe. There's no listing in the scientific literature about a giant crab, and it's not found in any of the fossil record. Then science has been wrong before, and there's a lot we don't know about the oceans.
I see. So you don't totally discount this theory?
No, I don't discount it all, but then I don't accept it either.
Is there a chance the season will reopen for the rest of the quota?
Yeah, there's a good chance. We're conducting a survey right now, and they're using one of those remote underwater video cameras that you can spot the crab on the bottom. If there's a lot of excess crab to be found, they'll find them, and if there's no sign of the giant crab, we'll reopen the season.
Great, I see. Well, Mike, thanks very much for your time, and let's go back to the station.
The Dr. Campbell referred to is, of course, Dr. Joseph Campbell, noted expert on mythology, who is visiting in our town. He was the first to explain the radical new theory on crustacean biology, right here on Channel 8. He believes that crabs are like the ants and bees, with a giant queen and thousands of worker crabs, and it was that giant queen crab that caused all the recent commotion in our town. In lighter news, the Boy Scouts are out this noon inspecting the trees they planted last year. It was a tough winter, as I'm sure you'll all agree, and they're to check to see how many trees survive. We go now live to the Expedition Island Park for an update on the trees.
Okay, boys, how did the trees do last winter?
Not too good. Not too good. Some look really dried out and might not make it. See, these are here.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think that might be?
Remember the last winter? It was so cold, the wind probably dried them out.
Yeah, it sure was a cold year last year, wasn't it?
Looks like some will make it, though. See, these over here, these ones have gone quite a bit, not been too dried out.
Yeah, those ones look better. Okay, boys, I think you did a great job. Congratulations on them. Back to the station.
Thank you for that report. Our next story concerns the fisherman Red Nurka. As you remember, Red was widely believed to have been killed by the giant crab while he was out subsistence fishing. Channel 8 has learned that the police department has reopened its investigation into his death. It has been revealed that he made it safely to shore, but was strangled there in a huge ball of plastics. Officials have no leads at this time, but foul play has not been ruled out. In lighter news, we now go to the school for the UCS Kids News. This week we have a delightful skit brought to us by the 5th grade class.
By everything we lack. I'm afraid we may lose it, was trying to say Mr. Hackpack, but in the end he agreed, and dropped in purse and pulled out too. Then they added the new money to the old and dropped it in again and pulled out the larger amount twice over. After a while, the floor was covered with old leather purses.
Can you believe that there are still people in this town that don't believe in the giant crab? Are they blind? she's as real as a Schnitzelgruben, I tell you. And she's still out there. Kevin, hurry up, schnell, schnell. I must return to my bunker. I cannot believe that. No giant crab, they will not believe that theory.
Well, I believe you, Doc. No problem, I believe you. Say, you're kind of heavy into these plastics. I mean, not that it's any of my concern, but whatever gets you through the night.
Well, you're right. It's no concern of yours. Yeah, but you know something else? You really don't appreciate the things that you have here. I mean, these things around here, these plastics and things. Many of these items are not available in my country. Like those splat guns that you have over there. Those are made out of plastic, are they not?
Yeah, it's like a Kevlar.
And what about those little balls it shoots? What's in those little balls?
Well, it shoots dye. It's just kind of marking dye. It's for playing war games.
Yeah, life is no game, I'm afraid. I'll take one of those splat guns and the ammo as well. Kevlar, that's like bulletproof vest, is it not?
Yeah. It's $33.99.
$33.99, it says. Thank you.
Dwayne, could you come to
Excuse me,
Doc, how you doing?
Just fine, thank you.
Wow, check out that. How long are these kids on for? And then comes the Russian. I can't believe we're going on live and we don't even know what we're going on live with.
Let's see, the kid's on 3 more minutes, then 4 minutes, 20 seconds for the good professors and the Soviets. So, heck, we got lots of time. Let's just grab the mail, put in another tape, and think about it.
Okay. Hey, Kevin, we need a tape. 90 minutes, please.
Okay. Let's see, 90 minutes. You got a particular kind or?
Any kind. Get a wiggle on. We're in a hurry.
Okay, here you are.
Thanks so much. Hey, just put it on the tab. Put it on the tab.
Hey, you talking about a story a while ago. Doc Campbell was just in here. Woo, what a nut, man. He's heading back up to his bunker right now. He's always good for a couple of laughs.
You're right, you're right.
Check him out. Okay. See you later.
Well, look, my Parabola magazine. Myth and Traditions.
Are you nuts? We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds till we go on live and you're reading a dumb magazine?
I'll be darned. Look at here. Joseph Campbell died last year in California.
Doc Campbell's dead?
Yeah. I think we should ask him about that.
Hey, just in time. This is a story. Let's go.
Aaron! Aaron, help! It's alive! Help
Oh my God, Judy! Judy, what's happening?
Help! It's got me!
Gee, thanks for asking me out for lunch. I haven't been here for a long time. I haven't really seen much of you since you went.
You know what you got to do about the crap. Oh my God, look at all the news. We got to watch the news.
Okay.
We got to watch the news.
But I'm going to
Let me get a nap. I'm hungry.
Wasn't that fun? They do a good job over there at the school with their production equipment. Well, Dr. Joseph Campbell isn't the only scientist visiting our community. Just arrived is a noted Soviet historian associated with the Soviet Academy of Sciences. A Channel 8 reporter is standing by live at the professor's rented quarters high atop Ballyhoo Mountain.
Hello everyone, this is Howie with Channel 8 News. I'm here with Professor Gukov up on Ballyhoo Mountain. Professor Gukov's of the Soviet Academy of Science. Strasvidia, Professor.
Здравствуйте, Howie.
Thank you. What brings you here to our little town?
This is an end of a very long journey for me, Howie. I've come to your beautiful country from map, I find, in the Russian-American archives in Leningrad. And it is thanks to a new policy of glasnost that brings these papers to scientists today.
Are these important documents, do you feel, Professor?
No, they're not really that important. They're just a bunch of old records. How do you say, more neglected than protected. They aren't really that important, but I found them in my research.
Could you tell us more about the map you found, Professor?
Yes, it was drawn by the navigator from Glotov's ship. Glotov wreck-shipped, not far from here.
Shipwrecked?
Yeah, shipwrecked, not far from here. And there was only one survivor, and that was Ivan Ivanovich Terelnikov, the navigator from that ship. And he wandered around these islands for some time before they finally was rescued. And he made long journals, but his journals were so unbelievable, no one thought there was anything about them, and they fell into some archive and no one ever looked at them. They disappeared until I discovered them again.
Unbelievable story. What was so unbelievable about the story?
Well, first of all, before we get to that, let's take a look at this map. This is the most modern map that is put out by the United States of America. And still, there are these blank spots. Token of Virginia, Greenland. Excuse me, how do you say? Only on the Greenland ice cap are there areas that are still unsurveyed. Look at these white areas. As a matter of fact, one of them is right here, Makushin Volcano. Not far from here.
I'm a little confused, Professor. I'm not sure what this has to do with a shipwrecked sailor from the 1700s.
Let me get straight to matter of the heart. Heart of matter. There's Yeti civilization. You know, Yeti civilization. Right here, I believe, on Makushin Volcano.
Now, come on now, Professor. Yetis?
Don't laugh. It may seem strange to you, but I am both sane and sober. We have no anti-alcohol campaign in Soviet Union. But I have proof that these Yetis are still alive to this day, living here on Makushin Volcano.
That's almost beyond belief. What's this? Can you believe this? We need to break from this incredible story for a Channel 8 news alert.
Gary, we're just outside Dr. Joseph Campbell's bunker. Just moments ago, we came across a scene we feel we should show you without their knowledge for public safety concerns. We go to that scene now, live.
Dear, 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 you put up such a little struggle. You mean you no harm?
No harm. Then untie me. Your ropes are hurting me. Untie me now.
I'm sorry. Are these too tight? Here, let me just loosen them just a bit. My friend Marpol, he showed me how to do this. Don't you see? He's made entirely of plastic. I was on the beach and I found some plastic that was still alive. And look what it's become. Don't be alarmed now. He's quite harmless.
But how can this be? Plastic's alive. I don't understand this.
Well, I'm really not quite sure myself, dear. But I do know one thing. Remember that giant crab? I created that myself. I made it entirely out of plastics and hydraulics. And you know what else? Marpol was inside that thing the whole time. Marpol, he's my greatest prize.
But these wires, let me go.
Just a little while longer, dear. Marpol doesn't seem quite satisfied just yet.
Hey, I'm just a volunteer.
Hey, I knew you was there from the start. Stop! Stay where you are! Marpol, we are visitors. Go and guard them. We wouldn't want them to feel unwelcome now, would we? That's a good boy, Marpol. Now, I have use for you and your camera. So, you just help me with this. You transmit this down to your little news show. My friend Marpol there, he needs chlorine gas, and he needs it right away. Or else, I cannot be responsible for what happens. I know you have that chlorine gas right down there in your water treatment plant. And one other thing, Mr. Police Chief, I know you're watching. So don't try to use your telephones or your fax machines or your radios or your copy machines or any of your machines. Remember that static during the giant crab crisis? Ah, well, I can block out your communications whenever I want to. So don't try any funny business. And you get that chlorine gas up there right now. I cannot be responsible. Marpol, get them.
This is an outrage. As you can see, Dr. Campbell has apparently taken Judy and our news team hostage in his bunker laboratory. There appears to be some sort of plastic robot or something which he refers to as MARPOL. The public is invited to stay calm. The authorities have been notified. We now cut to a musical selection by the Wanks.
Babies in the winter.
cut into that fine selection for an update on the hostage situation. Our reporter is with City Mayor Paul Foose.
Thank you, Mayor Foose, for talking to us in the middle of this hostage crisis. Can you tell me, where do we stand now?
Well, the situation remains extremely grave. Dr. Campbell and his MARPOL creation are jamming our communications, although our fiber optic lines are still holding on.
What steps are being taken to resolve this situation?
Well, we don't have a lot of cards in our hands. We do know that we have to get this thing some chlorine. I know the doctor's monitoring this newscast, so I don't want to say too much more right now.
I see. Is there anything else that you can tell us?
Well, yes, for one thing, if this whole thing is a joke from Channel 8, you can kiss your funding goodbye for next year.
Mr. Mayor, this is no joke. I only wish it were.
Well, in that case, I just urge our citizens to stay calm. We've faced many other crises, and I'm sure that if we just stick together, we can see our way through this one, too.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Mayor. I've just learned that we've reestablished communications with the hostages. We'll go to them now.
Do you have to run that camera all the time?
We're being held hostage and you do your makeup. Do you think we could just run for it?
Are you kidding? Look at that creep.
Maybe we can use these shots as promos if we ever get out of here. Gosh, I'm never gonna volunteer again.
Oh my God, did you see that? I can only see it in the mirror. Oh my God, it's the Yeti!
Let me see that mirror in the camera. Maybe I can get it on film. Just think of it, the Yeti on film. Just think of what Ted Turner would pay for that. No more working at that stinking lousy liquor store. No more fundraisers for the station. Maybe we could get some good equipment. Yeah, I've got a view of it now.
Oh, what's happening to me? I'm paralyzed. Help me, Bart!
That was incredible. I'm not quite certain just what that was that the news team captured up there, but let's take another look at that footage.
Yeti!
Let me see that mirror in the camera. Maybe I can get it on film. Just think of it, the Yeti on film. Just think of what Ted Turner would pay for that. No more working at that stinking lousy liquor store. No more fundraisers for the station. Maybe we could get some good equipment. Yeah, I've got a view of it now.
Oh, what's happening to me? I'm paralyzed. Help me, Bart!
It appears that Maida has been right. It seems to be a Yeti, the so-called Bigfoot, right here in our community. I assure our viewers that this is no joke. We have regained contact with our visiting Soviet professor, whom you may recall is a Yeti expert.
We've monitored this amazing broadcast at this point, and let me ask you, Professor, was that a Yeti seen by our news team?
Yes, I think it was. I think they managed to catch it on film finally that time. But please, let me reassure your citizens that the Yeti is harmless. There's nothing to be afraid of at all. Only if he gets agitated or upset, or he feels threatened, then he can use his great mental and physical powers and can perform much damage.
Well, these are pretty tall statements for me to swallow, Professor. You spoke of proof.
Proof. You're always speaking of proof. Doverii, no proverii. Trust but verify. You see, remember our navigator? He was taken in by the Yetis into a cavern over on Makushin volcano. And he discovered that they have these powers and they channel them through crystals. Like quartz crystals. They just hold them up in their claws.
What, was that a crystal that we saw in the Yeti's hand on the film?
Yes, I believe so. Remember our friend Strelnikov, who came off the ship? He tried to steal one of those crystals to take back to Empress Katarina. And he took those crystals, he tried to steal those crystals, but without even touching him, the Yetis managed to throw him onto the ground, throw Strelnikov from his cave. And when he tried to find his way back to the cave, he never found it again. He looked all over and he never found the cave. But it's really amazing. They didn't even touch him, just threw him right out.
Huh. And what is the proof that Yetis exist today? Even before you saw that clip, you knew they were here.
Yes, I learned so from your Boy Scouts down here in town. They're a very fine bunch of boys, you Boy Scouts.
The Scouts? You learned from the Scouts?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think right as we speak, they're down there sheltering the Yeti in the Spruce Cove, back, where the trees were planted on Expedition Island. And sometimes a Yeti makes himself visible to these pure-hearted young children.
Well, those Scouts will have some questions to answer when they get home tonight, I'm sure. Wait, I've just learned of further communication with the hostages. We go there now, and we'll stay on the line.
Marpol, what are you trying to do? Marpol, this is incredible. I don't believe it. Marpol, easy, fella. You've never acted like this before. I cannot believe.
Marpol has ordered us to resume broadcasting.
He has never acted like this before in the whole time I've known him. Marpol, easy, buddy.
Dr. Campbell, what does this mean? Are our citizens in danger? What should we do? Are there more of these Marpols around?
Well, I cannot be sure about any more Marpols because, like I said, the plastic was alive, and I don't know what it's become. I can only say one thing. What he's doing now is totally unpredictable. Without chlorine gas, I cannot be held responsible.
There's something all over it, though.
Oh, I spilled tomato juice.
Oh, there's
kind of melted the plastic.
Well, there's really nothing I can do about it if you spill tomato juice on it. I can send it out for repair.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it?
No, I just have to send it
Another
out.
one or anything?
No, it's not really our problem.
Well, I mean, I can't use it. I don't want it. Here, just keep it.
Oh, okay. You see anything like this? The tomato juice is melting the plastic. Hey, wait a minute. Tomato juice melting plastic. This looks like a job for Mighty Guy.
Oh no, Kevin, not this again.
Off.
Why does this always have to happen during inventory?
We're back live at the Fish and Game office with Mike Ward. The situation now appears out of control, Mike. I was wondering, do you have a comment to make which might help out at this time?
Yes, I do. Dr. Campbell recently found some plastic on the beach that he indicated was alive and turned into this MARPOL thing. What I think is happening is we're seeing a new form of life evolving, type of plastic evolution.
Plastic evolution?
That's right. There's a tremendous amount of plastic on the beach. And all the wave action, in conjunction with all the pollution, it's formed a type of evolution for the plastic.
That's amazing. What about this need for chlorine for MARPOL?
I'm not sure. It might need it to breathe or maybe reproduce. In any case, I think we should stop it. It might start taking over the town. It might be a war between us and plastic.
I've learned that our Soviet professor wants to make a comment. We're going to go back to Mount Ballyhoo at this time.
What was the comment you wanted to make, Professor?
Well, it's the Yeti's superior mental powers, I think, that are starting to jam the transmissions of Dr. Campbell's MARPOL monster.
Superior mental powers?
Yes, only the Yeti's superior mental powers can restore life as we know it and save it forever and overcome this plastic madness.
Plastic madness. Now we take you back to the Grove where Tori and the boys may be our only hope. Tori?
Boys, quickly, what is this about a Yeti?
He didn't want anyone to know he was there. He's really shy.
Oh.
He just disappears like magic. It's that crystal! That crystal he carries around with him all the time.
Oh. Look! The cab's here already! Hurry, back into the woods. Let's go! You guys, we need the Yeti now. We've got to stop MARPOL. Come out,
Yeti! Come out!
Come out.
We need you!
We need you.
Help us!
Look! There he is!
All right.
Come towards you?
Yeah.
Here comes
MARPOL!
Here comes Mighty Guy!
Mighty Guy!
Don't worry. Freeze, Marpol! I got some rotten fruit in this bag, and I think you know what that means.
Out of my way, you
Okay,
clown.
boys, we gotta calm that Yeti
I
down.
need
We can
that
stop
dog.
Marpol with the
Yeti.
Yeti. Bring him out here. Come on, boy.
What
We
do
gotta
you
get him
think
to
this
concentrate
is?
with that crystal on Marpole. Just gotta aim that crystal at him and concentrate there, pal. Come on, boys, get around here. I get some rotten fruit.
Come on, you guys, get that fruit.
See, the crystal freezes Marpole, and the acid content in this fruit will destroy him. Ready? Take careful aim. Fire! Die, you fiend! Die!
Just moments ago, Dr. Campbell was shot and seriously wounded by Alan, whose wife was kidnapped. He's coming out of his coma now. Dr. Campbell?
What is it? Where's Marpole? Where did he go? Oh, really? Marpole, we meant no harm. Marpole was my friend, I thought. New life is so beautiful, but there is one thing very critical, absolutely critical, you must remember. But he just...
If you can hear me down there, we need an ambulance now. Code red.
Well, I see we're out of time for this news hour. Join us again tomorrow for updates on these and other late-breaking news stories. For myself and other volunteers at Channel 8, this is Gary Daly wishing you a good day.
But I wonder if there's any more of those things out there. They might go after somebody else. Marpoles, that's what they are.
I don't know.
I knew they had names.
But I gotta get going. It's time to get back to work.
Craig?